So the idea for Northern Affinity came about from my experiences really of running my own business, and I think as a lot of small businesses, one of the biggest issues they have is that they use networking and social media to promote their business, but it's either really time consuming or they maybe struggle with the knowledge to do it, or they find that the results sometimes are very good and sometimes aren't. There's quite a lot of inconsistencies. So I felt there was a better way of doing things, and the Northern Affinity is very much set up to help companies take what they currently do, it's not to replace it, but to enhance it and really make their meetings and their potential customers very, very targeted.
I joined Northern Affinity because I liked the idea of a bespoke service tailored to my exact networking needs. I have attended a lot of networking events. I just wanted something where I could meet the people who were relevant to my business, and the time I'm saving is invaluable, both personally and economically. A tailored networking service works for my business.
When Michael approached me about Northern Affinity, obviously I was really interested in what it was all about. I love networking all the time, so if someone coming to me saying that they would provide potential leads or put me in touch with businesses within Yorkshire, which is mainly who I go after, I thought it was a perfect idea, and the more I hear about it now, the more I want to be part of something that's going to grow and grow.
So the reason I joined Northern Affinity is because of its values. There are lots of groups out there which offer communication between businesses, but Northern Affinity encourages companies to look after each other, to make offers for each other, and help each other. So it's not a what's in it for me, it's we're here to help each other, which are good proper Yorkshire values or Northern values.
The reason I joined Northern Affinity is I'm a new business, it's only 2 months old, and I've come out of the corporate world to being self-employed, and it's quite a lonely place actually. So I really like the idea of Northern Affinity because it's then a group of people that I can work with and collaborate with. It's just that feeling of belonging, I think, that I'll get from being part of Northern Affinity.
So as a networking organisation, we're all about collaboration, and it was a natural partnership really to join the Northern Affinity, or to partner up with the Northern Affinity, to enhance those connections and those relationships really.
Yeah, it also helps, I think, because of what we do, it makes it a nice added value to our members as well. They get just not to meet people in groups and network in general face to face, but they also get to a wider scope of people they can connect with, which is what it's all about, people making connections. So that's what we want to encourage people to do, make new connections so they can learn and grow the business basically.
I think for someone, if they will think about partnering up with Northern Affinity, there's many reasons for joining, but one of the main reasons would be that there is a group of people with very similar values. They believe in collaboration, working together and helping each other grow. Now, with the businesses within the Northern Affinity, they may have all sorts of different aims for their business. They might be happy to keep just them and getting a nice little income. Other people might be trying to set up a multinational organisation. It doesn't really matter. It's all about the values, so working together, and there's always some value we can always help each other with. The other big area is around the time-saving element. There is a lot to do when you're running a business. And the Northern Affinity is very much focused on real quality referrals, be that for someone to use you for your services or your products, or just as importantly to work together, whether it's on projects or for a point of expertise.